Yo. Welcome into the ChrisBeCappinn Show, man. We can start with a recap of what we just saw between the Pacers and the Thunder. And I did end up having an official bet. I played Indiana team total under 110.5, and Tyrese Halliburton said, "Nope, that is not going to happen." This stream will be for the WNBA for tomorrow, but we'll talk through. We'll start with a quick recap and get some reactions to the game. I lost two bets today. 2.2 units. Both bets was the winner unit, and they both lost by a point. So 2 points combined cost me 2 units combined. New York, Washington, for people, I know a lot of people probably wasn't watching that game, but we talked about reasons for liking the under yesterday. It was 164, 164 and a half, and they shot some late free throws that should have never been shot in the first place. Washington fouled down 6 with 5 seconds left. Not sure why, but Sabrina Ionescu hits both free throws. They finished for 164. And then Indiana, of course, Tyrese Halliburton just hits a game-winning jump shot to give them right at 111 points. So I haven't had a night this bad in a long time. I honestly debated whether I was even going to do the show because I'm steaming on the inside right now. I'm steaming, legs shaking on the inside right now. But neither here nor there. 0-2 night. The reason why you see a minus 1 point, I lost 2 units. The reason why it's only minus 1.1 is because the WNBA is being tracked. NBA. We'll do an update on the NBA. Maybe like I'll get the NBA recap up as well. But WNBA, I'm now down a unit on the season, a little over a unit and some juice, man. So hopefully you guys made more money than me. I know it's gonna be a lot of Pacers told you so guys in the comment section because that's when they'll come out. But yeah, let's get into it for today, man. Hey, mom says Holly certified GOAT. It was crazy. It was definitely a good game. I don't even know if I want to bet it anymore, honestly. I think I kind of just want to watch, man. I think I kind of just want to watch. What's up, Super? Automatic, what's going on, bro? Brian says first half -6. Winner lost the full game, though. Rick says I took Indy in the under. Tyrese doing Reggie Miller clutch type stuff, and that's a fact, man. 2 hooks is annoying. We get them back tomorrow. I hope so, Busy. 2 hooks is crazy. 2 hooks by a point, man. By a point. What up, Peasy? Free Sauce says, yeah, I don't, bro. I just want to get paid, man. I really just want to get paid. And I lost a pretty penny tonight, if I'm being honest with you guys. PZ says first half under 112.5 cash. I'm just watching the game and I'm like, there's no way the Pacers about to score 30 points in back-to-back quarters. Not in OKC. Get 31 in the third, and then all the 3 points. It kind of looked like the Knicks game all over again. If you guys rewind back to last game, we talked about, last series. I talked about like in the Knicks. I bet the Knicks first game of the series was -4, -4.5. And it was Andrew Nembhard in that game. This game, it was a combination of, it was Aaron Nesmith. This game, it was a combination of Nembhard, Miles Turner hit a couple key ones. Obi Toppin hit a couple key ones. And I'm watching it and I'm like, bro, they shooting 40% from the 3-point line. If you go back to last night's stream, I said if the Pacers going to have a chance in this series, it's going to be because they get hot from the 3-point line. And what do we see? We see the Pacers get hot from the 3-point line. Those corner threes are the Achilles heel of the Indiana, this Oklahoma City Thunder team. Because they collapse so much in the paint, you're going to have to get hot from the 3-point line. And that's exactly what the Pacers did. They got hot from the 3-point line. I think they hit 7 or 6 in the fourth quarter. That's a tough way to lose, man. I thought Holly's shot was going to miss, though. I'm like, he ain't going to make this. It's gonna be off. And they outscore OKC 35-25 in the fourth quarter. End up hitting 18 threes, shot 46% from the 3-point line. That'll get the job done. That'll get the job done for sure. Yeah. Hurt, man. It hurt. G says I had Pacers +9, Nembhard over 1.5 threes. Jacquel got hurt, killed my double. Yeah, she went down early, rolled her ankle. I was watching that game. I was watching both games at the same time. I got this Phoenix game on now. Let's get into it though, man. Let's get into it for today. What up, Mark? Appreciate you for tapping in. Ball Talk says he had Pacers +9, wasn't feeling a ticket until the last 2 minutes of the game. Nally bet the Pacers as well. Chicago Cheetah says the Indiana Pacers don't lose close games that are under 3 points or less. Yeah, Libs was crazy. I like the under in this game, Mark. I don't trust neither one of these offenses. But we'll see. Hopefully you cash it. I didn't end up playing this game. I stayed off of this one altogether. And this game was on, I thought I had it pulled up. I don't even have it pulled up. Neither here nor there, though. I don't got a bet, so I ain't really worried about it. I'll go back and catch the end of it. But I wanted to jump into the games for tomorrow. I did look into these games. So let's jump into those, man. Arjuna says, Chris, when you go cold for a minute, that means you're gonna mean the hot streak coming. I'm riding with you, game. Appreciate that, Arjuna. Natalie says she'll take the Thunder minus the 11 next game. Total won't be 230 next game for sure. Yeah, it'll be lower, especially with this one being 221. But do you lay points against the Pacers, man? I'm not sure. I want to do that. Let's jump into it for tomorrow, though. So first up, we'll go Jackson. Jackson tomorrow. I tell you, the prompt is the same one I have been using, right? 2-player props in the WNBA, one over, one under. Jackson likes Brittany Griner over her rebounds at 6.5. It says she's been a consistent force on the boards, hitting the over on this line in 80% of her last 5 games, 80% of her last 10 games, averaging 6.4 and 7 rebounds in those 2 spots against the Connecticut Sun this season. She has a 66% hit rate, averaging 6.7 rebounds per game. Additionally, her season-long over rate of an impressive 80%, showcasing her ability her reliability in this category. So take Brittany Griner over her boards at 6.5, and then the under is Dearica Hamby under her 25.5 points plus rebounds. Says she struggled to consistently hit the over 40% of her games in the last 5, only 50% of her last 10, averaging 25.6 and 26.1 combined points plus rebounds respectively. Her season-long hit rate is just 37.5%, so she has been inconsistent. Her recent performance is just a downtrend. Additionally, when playing on the road, her average drops to 23.3 combined points plus rebounds, further supporting the under. This line appears slightly inflated, making the under a strong play. So take Dearica Hamby under her points plus rebounds at 25.5 is what Jackson likes. So that's that. If you guys want to ride with Jackson, the referral code is in the description. And it's also on right here. You guys can see it, pondsports.com/subscribe if you guys want to check out Jackson to save yourself some time. Let's get into the games for tomorrow, though. So first up is this Atlanta Dream and Connecticut Sun game. I looked for an injury report. I didn't see anything. Let me just double check real quick. I didn't see anything from the Atlanta Dream side. The Connecticut Sun did have an injury, though, that I wanted to talk about. And that was to Harley. Oh, there is some updated injury. I forgot to mention this. I did see this as well. All right, so let's get to it. So this game specifically, Jordan Canada is going to be back. This will be her first game all season. And then Bria Hartley, that's who is set to be questionable for this game. I actually think that they're not going to play her. We'll see if she plays. She means a lot to this offense. I do think Connecticut's going to struggle without her being there as well. But let's jump into the matchup, man. So 9.5 is a lot of points. We'll just start there. 9.5 points. This line is still, it's actually come down to 8.5 now. Total hasn't really moved a lot, 157.5-ish. So if we look at this, we look at this Atlanta Dream team, right? 5-2 straight up and against the spread. They've covered 4 straight, but only one of those games they've actually won by double digits. That was a 24-point win at home. And it happened to come against this Connecticut Sun team. They smoked the Connecticut Sun when they played them. They were laying 7, I think, in that spot at the crib. On the other side, Connecticut, we know what Connecticut is. They're not a good team at all. They just actually took the second worst loss in WNBA history. They lost by 48 points to the New York Liberty on, I think it was on Sunday. 59 was actually the biggest loss in WNBA history. So they just got, smoked. Connecticut's just not a good team. And much as I want to say, I want to back them, because this kind of feels like the Liberty and the Mercury, the Liberty and the Mystics from tonight. There's just not a lot of offense over there for Connecticut, though. They're 1-6 straight up, 2-5 against the number. They haven't covered a game at home, 0-3 straight up, 0-3 against the spread. They're losing by average of 17 points in those games, with the smallest loss being 5, but the other two being 22 points. Atlanta, like I said, they beat Connecticut already. They beat them in Atlanta 79-55. And I remember telling you guys, the game was on a Sunday, and I said, man, I can't lay points with Atlanta. Like, I need to see it first. I would only be able to look towards Atlanta in this game. I want nothing to do with Connecticut, man. I know that they're coming off a terrible loss. I know it's, maybe a bounce back spot. It's nothing I want to do with this team at all. The way I thought about playing the game was just taking the Atlanta team total over. Now, granted, they only scored 79 points in the last game, but Atlanta's 4-0 to the over in their road game so far this season. They're averaging 90 points per game, include 90 against the Mystics to start the season, 91 versus the Fever, 88 versus the Sparks, and then 94 in Seattle. That's probably the most impressive one. They've had 4 days off. This is the number 3 rated offensive team. And you're looking at a Sun team that sucks defensively. Worst defensive rated team in the WNBA. Worst offensive team in the WNBA as well. 91 offensive rating, but defensive rating 113. They've allowed an average of 95 points in their 3 home games. Mystics got to 90. Aces got to 87. Wings got to 109. Atlanta should have no problem scoring the basketball here. 82.5, 83.5 should be their team total, and I think they should get closer to 90, if not break 90. Historically, when I was looking into trends, it supports the over as well. Double digit, well, at the time it was close to double digit, but double digit home dogs, which they're not right now, since 2023. So going back a couple years, 27-16 to the over as well, about 63%. I just think Atlanta is they have way too much talent. I wanted to fade Atlanta, and I did fade Atlanta, and it hasn't worked out well. I faded them against the Sparks, thinking it was their first game on the West Coast. That didn't work out well for me. Then I faded them against Seattle. That didn't work out well for me either. So it will be a play. I don't really want to lay points with Atlanta, but this is the biggest spread that they've been laying, especially on the road. But that's the only way that I'm looking at this game. Maybe even a look towards the over as well. I think both teams should. Connecticut team total is going to be something super low. But with Hartley not there, like if she doesn't play, that would scare me a little bit on taking the team total over. This is not an offensive juggernaut team for the Connecticut Sun. I mean, they just scored, 44 points or 52, I think it was, against the Liberty in the last game. So that's what scares me. I would take Atlanta team total over 82.5, though. That's the way I would bet it. Let's see what you guys are thinking about this one. Yeah, Chad, not just you, though. It's not just you, man. It's not just you. Freestyle says he likes Alicia Gray over 16.5 points tomorrow. She's averaging 13 field goal attempts this season. She has been killing, man. She has been killing. Her and Ryan Howard been going absolutely crazy. Let's see if her lines are available real quick. And then it don't look like nobody really want to talk about this game, and that's fine because I don't really want to talk about it either. Our lines are available. Let's go look at them real quick. Let's go to money, not Moneyball, Outlier. So, all right. So here's Alicia Gray. Her points, you can get her points and assists at 20.5. What'd you say, Freestyle? You said 16.5 for her points. She has been hooping. You see it right there. You see the numbers, right? So she started the season off. This will be game number 1. So she's played 7 games. She's over in 5 out of 7. Missed one time on the hook. I mean, who they got that's going to stop her? You can see that they're giving up the second most points against the guard position. They're giving up the third most points. So it's not like they about to be out there slowing anybody down. You just need her to shoot the basketball. And you can see that she's shooting 51% from the field in her last 10 games. So a couple of these games do go back to the playoffs last year. But if we just looked at the last 5 specifically, these are more this season. 52% from the field, 42% from the 3-point line. What's her 3-point prop? 1.5? 2.5. Yeah, they won't come. Books won't come give us that much of a discount. Could not talk you off, man. I think could definitely get there with some Alicia Gray. I like that. I like that look a lot. Free sauce. Could not talk you off at all. Any more props in here? What up, AOD? Appreciate you for tapping in, bro. Derek and Hamby over 16.5 points. We'll get to that game in just a second. Leon says, what the Halley? Chad bet the Valkyries plus 7.5. I said that was the move last night. I did not bet it though. I did not bet it. I'm all for that game. I didn't play that one. Let's get into the second game on the slate for tomorrow though. It's just a short little 2-game slate for tomorrow. Both games Commissioner Cup games though. And this is the last game for Atlanta on I think it's a 4-game road trip for them. So last game, and I had these numbers up as well. This was the last time that these two teams played. Another reason why I like Atlanta is they didn't shoot the ball well from the 3-point line. You can see they shot just 28% from the 3, just 10 for 35 overall. And this is the 3rd best offensive rated team. So I do think Atlanta's going to be able to score. That's the only way that I would bet this game. I think they could dominate the boards again. You can see that they doubled the Connecticut Sun on the glass on the offensive glass in the last game. Connecticut's just not a good team, man. I know that they got a couple covers. I wouldn't want anything to do with them. So this game is the next game. Last game is the Sparks and the Wings. So this line has shifted a little bit. The Wings are now. This was when I made the graphics earlier today. They were actually laying 1.5, and now they're actually getting 2.5 points. So I will change this real quick. Plus 2.5, and this total is only going up. It looks like 171 is now the consensus. So I'll be quick on this one. The Sparks will have Rakia Jackson back. I think she's off the injury report. Paige Becker was limited in practice today, but she will not play tomorrow. They also be without Ty Hayes as well. So they'll be without a starting point guard again. Got to look at Dejanay Carrington. She absolutely balled against Seattle in that last game on the road. Now she'll be back home. They're down 2 guards, and the Sparks don't play any defense, right? So if I'm playing this game, I kind of wanted to get there with the Sparks, but I kind of wanted the dog. I told you guys the other day, I think the Dallas Wings were playing against the Chicago Sky, and they were at home. And I said, in a toss-up type game like this, you got to take the team that's getting the points. The WNBA is very, very volatile. And with that volatility comes some opportunities where you want to be taking the points, because if the game's kind of a toss-up, you just want to take the points. You got a better chance with the team that's a dog. I'm never laying points with the Wings. I've been talking about that all season. But I'm not laying points with the Sparks on the road either. The over is the best play on the board, in my opinion, here. I know that it's already moved. I expect it to continue to move. I think both teams could potentially get to 90 points in this game. Sparks still aren't playing any defense, 10th in defensive rating, still playing they're playing fast, even though the numbers don't show that they're playing fast. And this Wings team is going to play fast. They'll probably get paced up. The Wings are 4th in pace. They also refuse to play defense. They're 11th in defensive rating. They're 4th in offensive rating, so they have been able to score the basketball. Could be a big game from Marika Egumbawale. I do expect the Wings role players to step up. I was looking into it a little bit more. The Sparks shoot the 2nd most free throws. Dallas fouls at more than any other team except one. And if you just can take the team's combined points per game, they're averaging 176 points. Take the Sparks points that they score, add it with the Wings points that they score, and I think it's all the recipe for over. Sparks opponents team totals are 6-2 to the over. Dallas opponents are 4-4. But if never mind, it's not even accurate anymore. If they're a favorite, which they're not anymore, their opponents are actually 3-0 to the over this season. But they're allowing 92.5 points in that game. Only way I could play this game would be towards the over. Nothing to do with I want nothing to do with an under with these two teams. It would only be a look towards the over for me. I didn't bet it, but that's the way that I would want to play it. The Atlanta Dream team total over 82.5. You can still get that right now. And then this game, even though the total is going up, you still can get a 170.5 on FanDuel, and that's the only way that I would be playing this. LA and Dallas. I'm curious to see what it closes at. I also looked into I didn't bet either one of these, but these are the only ways I would be playing. I also looked into Paige Beckers. I looked at this Indiana Fever team. Not Indiana Fever, the Dallas Wings team without Paige Beckers on the floor. Their defensive rating actually is the biggest thing that's impacted. I can't really tell it, but Paige Beckers, with her on the floor, they're actually like a +8 in defensive rating with her on the floor, a -8 without her on the floor. So she has impacted the defense a lot. We know, like I said, it's going to be paced. The only way I'm looking is towards the over. Let's see what you guys are thinking real quick, and then we'll get up out of here, man. Super says Bree Jones over at 21.5 points plus rebounds. Don't think I can fade that. Absolutely not. Nah, I would play it. Yeah, I would only be looking towards her to go over. JP says Arike gets back on track tomorrow night, potentially. She definitely could potentially. Jay says night show. Yeah, I'm only doing night shows from now on out. Probably throughout the whole summer, just so I can have the mornings to myself, get a workout in. Got to be doing some stuff with my son in the mornings as well. So we gonna start doing night shows probably about this time, and then I'm doing Cal show when I get done with mine. Let's see. Bitsy reminding people to hit the like button. Appreciate that. Mark says definitely no Sun team total or spread. I like the Wings team. Was thinking team total over, but don't see a number on my book. So that team total is Wings team total for tomorrow is 84.5. It's available on FanDuel, Hard Rock, and Fanatics right now. The Dallas Wings team total 84.5 tomorrow. Like I said, I think it's gonna be an overtype game or nothing at all, man. That is the show. I didn't really look too deeply into player props. I like Dejanay over her points tomorrow, though. I do think she can keep it going. Sparks don't have anybody on defense. Like I worry about the Sparks, which is why I can't lay the points with them on the road. That'll be the show, though, man. Best of luck on whatever you guys are betting. Resources, as always, are listed here. They're all in the description of the video. If you want to check them out, kind of see how I handicap the games. All the information that I'm giving you guys are coming from one of these sources, man. Best of luck on whatever you guys are betting. If you enjoyed the show, man, do me a favor, hit the like button on the way out. And y'all have a good night, man. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.